Okay, hi. Dr. Minkoff, LifeWorks Wellness Center, Clearwater, Florida. I want to talk to you today about osteoarthritis. Now, osteoarthritis, you got bumps on your joints. Your elbows hurt. Your shoulders hurt. Your hips hurt. Your knees hurt. You go to the doctor. He takes an x-ray. He says, oh, you have arthritis. Arthritis means inflammation of the joints. But often with arthritis, as the joints wear away, your body makes extra calcium, and so that's why you get those bumps on there. The body's trying to shore things up so that the thing doesn't hurt so much. Now, the reason for osteoarthritis in most people is not overuse. It isn't because you ran too many miles or you climbed too many flights of stairs. It's very rarely that. It's that you have a source of inflammation in your body, and it's usually a bacterial infection, and it's usually in the intestine. And it turns out that the bacteria in the intestine produce an inflammation reaction, and the immune system, while trying to attack this bacteria, sees a very similar set of proteins in the joints and in the cartilage. And so you get an attack there. You may have had this experience where there's some foods that bother you, and if you eat nightshade vegetables or you eat certain things, that your joints hurt. With me, it's gluten. If I eat gluten, what happens is my hands start to swell, I get inflammation in my body, and my joints start to hurt. And so I don't eat it. And I've figured out which foods are compatible with me and which aren't. And then I've done the test on the intestine to find out, do I have bacteria in there which are not friendly to me and they can be gotten rid of? And usually this mixture can very much reduce the symptoms of osteoarthritis or prevent it from happening in the first place. And so if you get it early, you don't have swollen joints and big bumps on your hand and gnarly looking hands or toes because the body isn't doing that. See, all these things, the bodies are like the most intelligent thing ever put together anywhere. And the bodies are very conservative with energy use. Like they never do anything that they don't have to do. And so if your body is producing arthritic hands or elbows or knees or joints, it's doing it because it's trying to solve some problem. And if the problem is a food allergy or a bad bacteria or a virus infection or a toxin, and you get rid of that or you solve it, the body won't keep producing an inflammatory reaction, and it will start to heal. And that's what we're looking for. So we have aids to help with the healing, and we have aids to get rid of the things. And we can do an analysis so that this osteoarthritis, which is very common, and it's so common that it's considered, well, it's just age. It's just aging. And honestly, it's not aging. So one of my hobbies is triathlons, Ironman triathlons. I have been swimming or riding a bike and riding for over 50 years. And I have no arthritis in any of my joints, because the nutrition has been good, and when I catch inflammation coming from somewhere, I nip it in the bud, and then my joints are good. People say to me, how can you run? You're almost 75 years old. How can you run? Well, I run fine. My joints don't hurt. They're fine. They're not swollen. They have normal shape, and they work really well. And that's possible for virtually anyone. So you just have to do the right things or get correct coaching so that you can do the right things. And that's our job here. So we're LifeWorks Wellness Center. Osteoarthritis is not a mandatory condition. It can be improved, and we can help you. Okay? Hope this helps.